Hi and welcome back. This is Kelly and this is a FlossTube video. It's a windy Tuesday, April 9th, and I'm feeling like I haven't made a video in a long time, and yet I know it's only been a week. What is with that sometimes? Tomorrow is my daughter Rebecca's 40th birthday. She's my second daughter, and yeah, so this next couple of weeks I will be stitching on a piece that I'm making for her, and I'll tell you about that in my plans. This is a little bit different. Usually I've been doing clips and playing clips for the body of my video, but this week I didn't do that. To be honest, I haven't had much of a stitchy bug. It's a little on hiatus, I think. I do have some things to show you though. I even have a finish, so it's not all for naught. Yeah, so let's get to it. I think the last thing I was working on, was the piece that I was working on for my son Michael. His birthday is in March, and I love this piece. I think it's beautiful. It's a lavender and lace, and strangely enough, it's called Michael. I just think that that is the most beautiful guardian angel, archangel. So I have stitched on him some more. I don't know, is it me or is there a lot of stitching in some of these pieces? Because I feel like I've been working on one sleeve and in blue for a very long time. Oh, gotta move my needle. Excuse me. Let's see, let me fold it. This is being done on 32 count exotic orchid Lugana, and I really like it. And I haven't done too bad. I've gotten some good progress on it. I've got his sleeve filled in, and I'm coming down the front of his robe. Pretty soon it's going to be all wings, because, of course, let me get him back out. Because this is actually a round piece. So I am pretty much coming down to his wings. And they come right up around and fill this whole back area in. And then he has his other wing over here. He's beautiful, and all that beautiful cry neck. Yeah. Pretty. So I'm enjoying that. I did put him down though, because I have quite a few things in that glorious category of whips. So I figured I should probably spread the love. And I would have something to show you besides some extra stitches on Michael, because there's no way. He's not really close to being done. So let's see. After Michael, I actually my paid for the 1200 stitches in full coverage Fanatics. Trying to get him out of here. I think the problems that I've had with my other two Hades that I wound up throwing out. Yeah, watch my last video. I had a hard time with this. I had a hard time starting. But there he is, Napoleon Bonaparte. There is no way I'm not stitching him. I absolutely love him. He reminds me of our Basset Hound Doak. I bought Doak for my husband Ted's 41st birthday. And Doak was my husband's grandfather's nickname. Not sure how my husband's grandfather would have felt about that, but let's see. Lots of brown. I think, let me move Wally into the picture so you can see. I'm using my Wally needle minder, Elaine. Thank you again. And this is like 3 shades of brown so far. And that's all I've gotten done on him. I actually put him into a hoop because I was struggling with the threads. I think even though I'm not wearing glasses, I just use like dollar store readers, and I think I need to maybe up the percentage on them just a little. But I love this, and I think that he'll be beautiful. Lots of brown, which I don't mind. And then I finally decided that maybe I should start my just cross stitch ornament, because Joanne, and I apologize, Joanne, I think it's Joanne Perry, she runs the Facebook group and the sale, and I didn't post March's ornament out to the group. I did finish it, I just didn't post it. I'm really bad at that. But this is the second year for this Facebook group. Last year there were 12 ornaments and a couple of wild cards for anyone who didn't like the current month's ornament selection. So in 2017 we used the 2017 ornament issue for just cross stitch, and now for 2018 we're using the 2018 volume of just cross stitch Christmas ornaments. And my floss. And on the Facebook group there's a file and there's a list of the ornaments in the magazine, so you can stitch ahead. It's just I haven't stitched ahead. And this month's ornament is on the cover, and it's this little kind of Santa elf, Merry Christmas. And I did start it. And this is just on a piece of very old, kind of yellowing Ada. Looking to see if I have my, there it is. So bear with it. I have Merry Christmas done. And I'm thinking that after I get most of the stitching done, I'm going to actually try staining this fabric, and I'm not sure how. I don't know if it's going to be with tea or if I'm going to do it with some more watercolor and see how it comes out. But there's not that much white in this design. I'll show it to you on the cover because it's really just the chart. The picture's right next to the chart. But see, the only white areas are the little pom-poms on the shoes and on the end of the hat. And I'm actually thinking about using little pom-poms, or buttons. So before I sew them on, I'm going to do something with the fabric. Because that Ada cloth's probably been around for 30 plus years. So, yep. And that red that I'm using is $3.49. I really like that color red. Very pretty. Oh, and who is that design by? That is by Linda Keski of Keslin's Designs. So, very nice. I've kept up with that so far this year, which is good. Makes me feel good. And then I worked on, oh, the other thing that I did, I might as well show you this first, because I felt really bad, because this is one of the beads that I'd started that I actually threw away. And I had gotten quite a bit done. And that's Simply Meant to Be. And it's another one that I love. And I'm not going to not stitch. So, anyway, I restarted it. But instead of starting that on 25 count, I had a piece of DMC Magic Guide. So I restarted it on this, and this has the red squares, and of course I'm holding it upside down, and as you can see, this piece is plenty big enough. So there's my start there, and that's all 310 black. And I'm doing it, I want to take a look at that again myself. I'm doing it 1/1 on this 18 count, and I'm not really happy with it. I'm almost wishing I did it 2/, but I guess we're going to do it 1/. So that was Simply Meant to Be. So now the only one I have left to restart is Wizard. And I actually was looking at the Hayed website because there is I'm not sure if there's a mini of, I don't think so, I think I'd have to get the regular, of Wizard's Laboratory, which is the full picture, and I really like it. But I'm thinking that I'll just stick with the one I have. And I'm keeping this on a Panko floss organizer, and I just have the ones that I need on the first page out there for now. And I'm doing the same thing with Napoleon Bonaparte, but this one's not a Panko. And I'm liking that too. It's actually easier to keep track of my thread. So then I actually had a good thing that made me feel much better. And let me show you. I am so happy about this. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I'm not finish driven, so I'm not worried about framing things and hanging them up, but this I will definitely try to figure out how I want to display it. Just want to straighten this out some. Okay, and I might add some more to it too. I don't know that the embellishing is completely done. But this is His Name is Jesus. And I think that this might be monk's cloth that I stitched it on. And I really enjoyed it. This is a beautiful piece. It's free. It's on Joyful Expressions website. I think her name is Sandra. She's a really nice woman. Has some beautiful verses and biblical name definitions. Very, very pretty things. And so this is His Name is Jesus. And I finished it. I added an angel up here out of beads. And then I made a fish with some wire framing. I made wire framing in the shape of a fish, and I put it over a rhinestone in it's a horse eye shape, and I can never think what they're called. And then down here I used a silver paillette and a silver cross and a red crystal. And the other thing I was thinking about doing was taking 3 more red crystals and putting them here somewhere as a symbolization of the blood of Christ. So yeah, I think that this is just beautiful. And I especially am very happy that after all of my chaos with my stitching last week, I actually got a decent sized finish. So, yay. And I've heard from Fiddle Jenny Stitches. Hi, Jenny. And I mailed her charts out to her. She won the Cardinal in a Pocket and a couple of other charts. And then I also heard from Jane Nielsen, who is the other person who won my first, I'm sorry, the $60 gift to PayPal or a LNS. And so that's all taken care of. Hi, Jane, thank you. And that, but I haven't heard from Gypsy Rose Jane. She won the Dragons of Sumatra, and so she's the only one I'm waiting for. And I hope that you get a hold of me soon. I really do want to get that out to you. And do you think that's weird? I used random.org and I did it. And it came up with 2 Janes and a Jenny out of a list of 34 names. I think that's kind of fun. So that was a good thing. And so that catches you up, I think, on my stitching stuff, the things that I did in this past week. I've also been doing a few other things. I don't talk about the books I read. I'm sure some of it isn't everybody's taste, because I like to read James Patterson and David Baldacci and Michael Connelly, and they're all kind of police, crime, mystery type things. But I really enjoy them, and there's other books that I read too, but those are 3 I can think of right now. But I am on Goodreads, and I'm in the book challenge. I think I picked 110 books this year, and so far I've read 41 or 42. So far so good. And when I say read, mostly it's audiobooks, and mostly I listen to them off of my Overdrive library app that I got. So I could listen to books while I do my other things. So, yeah, having fun. Another finish I had this week, which is also fun. I watched this on her YouTube channel, and her name is Cody Hudnall. She's on Ravelry, and this is a free pattern download on Ravelry, and it's a whale, and it's that little Arumagami whale, and it is just the most adorable thing. And this is mine. I made this just out of crochet cotton, just the thread that comes on a ball, but I just think that this came out so cute. See his little tail? And he has a white belly. Well, this is actually ecru. And his little fins, which I did a little differently than the pattern, because I wanted him to come away from his body some. And then 2 safety snap eyes, which when I was making dolls, I had, or teddy bears too, I had quite a collection of those. So yeah, I think he came out pretty cute, and I really enjoyed making him. So I will probably make more. He's stuffed with polyfill, and I'm thinking that he would make a pretty good pin cushion too. So yeah, that was fun. And then this might be a little bit more difficult to show, but I made some Natasha beads when I was working with my clay. Now, Natasha beads, in polymer clay, when you come up with a technique, there's a tendency to name the technique after the person who develops it. I'm not saying whoever's name is Natasha is the first one that ever did this, but she's the one that developed the technique. And Natasha beads are polymer clay beads, and no two will come out alike. And So that's what they look like. And I'm actually going to do a video and show how I made these. I didn't do it while I was making these, so there'll be different beads. And I plan to use different colors. Let me pull one of these up here. So I think I had this side up before. Let me find my paper again. Okay, so here is this bead, and you can see it's kind of like a raw shag bead. This is actually 2 halves, and when you cut the clay open and match it back up, these things form. And I'm not going to explain it because I'm going to show how I do it. And there's another side. And here's another side. And yet another side. And I think they're just too cool. And they are beads. I'm actually thinking about turning these into needle fobs, or needle fobs, scissor fobs. Although I may make some froggers with them too. One of these days I'll actually put things out there where people can buy them if they're interested. But no 2 beads are alike. And not only are no 2 beads alike, no 2 sides are alike, which I think makes these a lot of fun. And these aren't finished. I haven't glazed them yet. I was working on those yesterday. Oh, and something I forgot to show you last week. You know those, I got another set, because the dog chewed on my tack setting set. Tack setting set, yeah, okay, a little redundant there. These that we use to push thumbtacks into stretcher bars to hold small pieces. One of my dogs chewed both of these wood parts. So I went out and bought myself new ones, but I hadn't thrown the ones that were chewed away. So I was playing with clay one day. And I was thinking, what can I cover with clay? And then I realized, yeah, let's just cover those. So I made myself a new set using clay. And this is pearl. It's gold and a green and a turquoise blue. And then on top, I just made a little design. I mean, hold them. I would hold it like this to push. But now it's pretty too. So I'm probably going to cover the replacement set I bought too, because hey, we can't have too many pretty things. And then, not to be outdone by all that stuff, this week I also discovered another YouTube creator, and she was doing, she does, you know that dot mandala painting that people are doing? These the ends of crochet hooks and dotting tools and stuff. Well, this one woman was using this really white, sparkly stone, and it turns out it's Santorini marble. And you can buy them on Amazon. You can, you know, I think there's Facebook groups with them, and a lot of people paint and do different things on these rocks. And they come, you know, probably in chunk sizes, and they're fairly flat. Well, I had some gray clay, and I had some sparkly silver clay, and I had some black clay, and I put some translucent clay together, and I made myself a rock. And I don't know, I think you can kind of see the glitter that's in there too. So I made myself a polymer clay rock. So I'm going to do another video at some point and actually paint a fairy house, or maybe just a fairy door or something on this polymer clay rock. It's not the white sparkly Santorini stone, which is, like I said, the white marble is from Greece. Although there is a white sparkly glitter clay that Primo puts out that I can also put a layer on top of just plain old gray clay or scrap clay and have probably a rock that looks a lot like Santorini stone. But I haven't done that before. I've painted rocks before, but I thought now, since it's a real thing, that I would try it. And so I kind of designed myself my own stone to try it on first. Yeah, so I think I've got notes over here because I've been so scattered lately. I think that's all that I've been up to in this past week. I've been watching some FlossTube, and I have been leaving comments. I have unfortunately been watching FlossTube at times where I wasn't able to leave comments. So anyone I watched that I wasn't able to leave a comment at, I enjoyed your videos. I did subscribe to some fairly new FlossTubers. Some people have been around a while that I just had never watched before. And I don't know if YouTube does this for everyone or not, but they don't always show me an assortment of people. Either that or we all just put videos up so often that once you're finished watching a round, the round is back up again. But we'll see. So the only thought I have right now is I'm going to put Michael down for a while. And as I said, tomorrow is Rebecca's 40th birthday. And this is the piece that I'm working on for her. And that's Ella, the frog princess. You can see there's a frog in her hand, and he has a crown. My video cut out. My camera did. It goes to 27 minutes and stops. I'm sure there's some setting I could change, but I never take the time to look. Oh, wow. So anyway, I think that she's gorgeous. You can see all the beautiful colors and the flowers. And this is how I have her floss. And there's the key. And you can see better back here. And I have some extra flosses over here that I haven't put on bobbins. And this is just a regular snap lid storage container. No dividers, they're just bobbins inside, which I think are pretty cool. So let me show you where I stand with her. I haven't got hardly anything done on this one. And I think this is one that I can't even tell you which end is up. I think that's, I don't know. We're going to go with this. So that's all I have done. It's kind of blowing out right now because of the light coming through my white curtains all of a sudden. And that's Needle Minder is from Joyful Expressions, where I got my His Name is Jesus from. And that just says, "For this child I have prayed." So I'm going to work on Ella. I think for the next couple of weeks on and off. Along with Napoleon Bonaparte, because I got to get the 1200 stitches in for him, and I need to finish my just cross stitch ornament, and I also will be getting a War of Tooth and Claw, but that won't come until the 14th or 15th, so that'll be probably just before my next video. Yeah. Oh, and I have another. This is kind of a blast from the past with polymer clay. I made this pin a very long time ago when I first started with polymer clay. And it's all polymer clay except for the 3 Swarovski chatons that I put right there. And I did all this with rubber stamps. And it's just a plain polymer clay frame. So I want to redo this and try to do it in a better fashion. So what may be coming up on my channel for a while, as I get to doing this, will be polymer clay videos too. So if you're interested, stay tuned for that. Yeah, so I hope that you are all well, and know that I hold you in my heart and in my prayers. I love this community. I appreciate the time that you spend doing videos that I see, or sitting and watching my videos. I truly appreciate it. I love your comments. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If I can explain it better, I answer comments and try to explain things, but sometimes I also follow up on my next video to try to clarify it a little. Yeah. So I hope that this week coming is a good one. Take care. As Cinderella's mother says, be kind and be courageous. And in all things, be colorful. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.